welcome to the Odyssey, Invictus' most famous podcast.
Maybe because...
Unfortunately, this is the second time I'm recording this today. Isn't it, João? Thank you very much. Maybe because it's the only one. Today with me I have Mrs. António Gomes.
Hi. Hi.
With a green shirt.
Yeah, with a green shirt.
This is because he has some special effects, so
okay.
I will change depending of the route of this conversation. I will change my outfit.
It's a sponsor. He's sponsored by Timberland.
Yeah.
Timberland. Yeah.
No,
Springfield.
he will change it.
Boy. You timber boy. And of course, Mr. Fábio, our founder and CEO,
Welcome.
an all-around nice guy.
Which is important.
Sometimes it is.
So what's today's episode about?
Corteste.
No, the episode today is about truth, madness, and special moments in our industry. Because, people, when they think about removals in the moving industry, they look at the three of us and they think we are like super boring individuals. But I'm always saying that we could write a book, and eventually we will do it one day, and it's going to be a very funny and not at all boring book.
A very colorful book, I would say.
So I brought these two gentlemen alongside to me today to have two different perspectives of the most wonderful daily to daily basis of the removal industry. So starting by you, Hugo, what has been the most funniest object anyone has ever asked you to move? Beware.
You really want me to answer that?
I do, but beware, we have criteria in the channel.
He's right here, and you invite him.
Should be.
Okay. I would say a box of sexual toys. No, personal toys. Sorry, not sexual. Very personal and intimate toys.
Intimate toys is a wonderful description.
And very intimate artwork too. That I duly hoped it was clean before the guys had to pack it.
It's funny because he remembered those one, Sherry's artwork.
I don't know if I should be worried or...
I don't know, but
There are some
it's a thing he chose to bring.
And did you survey them or...
Of course I did. It was a box of dicks.
No, come on. Jesus.
It was going well, guys.
Well,
I'm going to show to the camera. It's about 2 minutes and you're ready. Yeah.
well, people know they can bring wherever they want, right?
Of course. No, it's come on. Anyone can have whatever they want. Correct.
Yes.
I'm glad they have a lot.
But was being a full box of it?
It would
3 cubic meters.
about 5 cubic meters of sexual toys.
That's already a business.
I would be lying to you. No, it was
commercial.
It's commercial
It was
import.
enough to fill a box. Enough specimens to fill a box.
Well,
And you?
of course, this type of situations they always occur. But we have an export that the guy was a collection of nudes, his nudes, and he waited for the packers to pack them. He was not shy about that, and even thrilled to share with them all the picture they have. But the one I remember.
I get criticized for having a collection of Walking Dead toys. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, but
There are some weird collections.
the one that is not fun, but that I will remember, and I believe I will remember for many years, was a guy that bring from Mozambique a statue of 2 meters or something, and when he reached the port here in Lisbon, they found out that the statue was entirely made of AK-47 guns. Deactivated, but still guns.
It's good to make that point. Deactivated.
Yeah. Well, that's the save and grace of the process. Otherwise, I don't even want to know how I will solve this. But yeah, the story, the statue was of a mother with a child, and it was made of deactivated guns that was formerly belonged to a child army. So it was a powerful statue.
Yeah.
I just wanted to wish to know of the material before it reached the port, of course.
Imagine the guy like checking the X-ray scan and
Yeah, just like
what's here?
guns
What?
glued to
Someone wants to get arrested.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fine. But it was I don't know art, or I don't even be a critic of art. It was not beautiful, but it was a powerful message. Yeah.
Yeah, I've witnessed quite a few strange art. You know, we have one right now at the warehouse, the one that.
Oh yeah, some paintings, some disturbing paintings. Yeah.
Oh.
It's a brain entrance through the.
The praying mantis with the human head. Yeah. I've seen it. Yeah.
Well, art.
Well, the other one is even more strange. The
Yeah.
No, the other guy made the banana with the duct tape.
Yeah.
The other guy bought it. from
Still
me.
is
Made it.
more pleasant to look than.
You think?
Yeah, maybe the banana.
the colors are way too vivid.
Yeah.
Vivid
That's the real objective.
it's violent.
It's violent.
I think that's
you can
called-
see the violence.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the whole purpose behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what's the weirdest thing you guys have ever been asked to move? Weirdest requests. Like, weirdest. You know, most illogical, weirdest, like unrealistic.
Well,
Usually, the unrealistic things are more by timing than anything else.
unfortunately, for more than one time, they ask if they can bring the urn of a parent inside of a container. So those who are
So bad.
the kind of record. I mean, yeah, but
You can understand why they would request.
still, but inside of one container, you can bring with you.
I was remembering a client we had from the Algarve a couple of years, more than a couple of years ago.
I remember one we had.
Gentleman was lived with his mother for most of his life, if I quite remember. The service is not ours. Was requested by the destination
Booking agent.
Yeah, booking agent. So I remember I did a survey. I surveyed everything, and then it took like 3 or 4 months to get the booking. But we did get the booking in the end. Meanwhile, unfortunately, his mother passed away.
Oh.
Yeah. So we ended up doing the move. The gentleman didn't speak Portuguese, so funnily enough, he hired a crack addict to translate for him.
Come on.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's better, ain't better.
Somehow during the package,
I'm trying not to
his
laugh
wallet
because someone
disappeared.
died, but it keeps getting funny.
No, it will,
It's like-
it will end up getting funnier. His wallet
Stay tuned,
disappeared.
guys.
His wallet disappeared during
And
the packing, along with his passport and the interpreter.
damn.
So probably the addict stole the wallet and left.
It's a good
You know,
guess.
I have a very fun one.
So no, this is not remotely
Oh,
finished yet.
That's not finished. Okay.
Fortunately, we already had.
It gets better.
Yeah, it gets better.
Starting the high, someone died, then the crack addict.
Yeah. Then we already had a copy of the passport, so we could do the export clearance while he was still trying to get another. So it was to South America somewhere, the move. I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember specifically where to. So we end up shipping. He gets a new passport, moves to the destination country. Then the agent advises us that, hey, did you know, client put his mother's ashes in the move.
That's a problem because depending on the country, that you have laws that protect even if you are deceased,
Yeah.
protect you, right? You are still have a law entity to be protected even if you are not here anymore. Well,
I'm not sure if that was funny or
Yeah,
sad or funny at the same
No,
time.
What's in the punchline?
It's kind of weird, isn't it?
Yeah, you get a mixed feeling.
You get a mixed feeling.
You wanted to laugh.
I
someone's
left.
gonna die.
I was sad. I left. That was.
I have two stories.
It took too long. So long. It took so long that.
and there is a problem that.
Dissociate the feelings from.
But you know what? When these kind of things happen, there's also the problem that they may want to check the ashes to see if
Yeah.
what they are made of, if it's drugs.
Yeah.
So it's a mess. It's always a mess.
You know, let me change the twist, like plot twist this story. I have two stories to share with you guys and the audience. One of them is that we had a shipment to, both of them was to Brazil, but the first one was to Brazil. And we had this lady, she was working in a very important position. And she was addicted to cod, bacalhau.
Cod. Okay.
Cod. Don't misinterpret me. It's a fish. Cod. Bacalhau de Noruega.
Wow.
And
Norwegian cod.
Norwegian cod. And she was during the survey saying, Fábio, I love Norwegian cod. I want to take a lot to Brazil. I want to put it in a container. Please talk with the guys, talk with the guys, talk with the guys. And I said, listen, I don't need to talk to them. You cannot include food, like it's a perishable item. You cannot include
Salted or fresh, it will not
include them in a
arrive.
container. So she said, okay, she understood, spoke with the guys in Brazil. The guys in Brazil explained to her. She requested boxes in advance, which is very common for us. You know, people ask boxes in advance.
Let me guess what you put.
Don't guess.
Yeah.
Yes, don't ruin the story.
Coffee.
So she asked boxes in advance, and we thought she would, like, I don't know, put some special items. You call it intimate
Personal
items. in
Intimate,
boxes.
intimate.
Yeah. So basically, and then we ship the container. Container arrives 28 days.
Jesus
Brazil,
Christ, the smell.
and it gets inspected. When they opened up the container, there was a rotting smell. You know, they had to disinfect the container,
Yeah.
the bonded warehouse, and half of the board.
And you even,
Imagine the amount of emails and calls I got, and I was like, "Listen, I have no idea what you're talking about because we inspect everything, in the container, and the customer packed a few
items.
items, which they can do. Then they have to tell us what's in the content, but we cannot legally open the boxes without their consent. So it's basically you need a trust issue, you know. So what had that customer do? She included, I don't know, 50 or 60 pieces of Norwegian cod in start. So
No, it's so smart. You may even have to get rid of everything you have because it can spoil. Not, I mean, it will arrive spoiled, but it can affect your belongings.
It's a biohazard.
Yeah, and I had now you are talking about that. I already received some boxes with dirty dishes and dirty
dishes.
Yeah, and that's a problem because everything is covered in mold, and I mean, what are they thinking? They didn't want to. I will clean them when they arrive, like three months after. Jesus, I will not eat on them for 3 months, so it's going like.
And going back to the second story, I had a second customer also going to Brazil, and he was a very funny man. We had moved him many times in the Algarve locally, and it was quite fun. You know, very those kind of Zezé Marinha version. You know, very open, very friendly, very touchy, old guy. And he said, "No, Fábio, I just met a girl. I have a new girlfriend." You know, he was always
Changing girl.
changing girlfriends, or they didn't know that they were dating him, but he knew. I don't know. It was
Okay.
it was fun. It was weird to listen. And now I want to move to Brazil. Please take the stuff. Blah blah blah. Okay, we go and we pack the stuff and move him to Brazil. And he said, "Fábio, how many days does the container take to arrive? You know, count with 28 days pretty much, and then you have like, I don't know, another 24, 25 just to get cleared." He said, "Okay, wonderful." You know, 10 days later, the container is, checking the tracking, is in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. He says, "Fábio, where's my..." And I noticed his voice was like very weary, when someone is very disturbed. "Where's my container? Can you check, please?" I said, "Manuel, Julie, what's happening?" You know, maybe had a funny name.
Don't say that.
Yeah, don't say name.
Yeah, but it's a funny name, you know. General name. And where's the container, Fábio? And he said, I checked, I looked out, tracked it out, and he says, you know, your container is in the Atlantic Ocean. And he said, is there a way you can call the captain to have turned the boat around and come back? Because I broke up with my girlfriend and I need my stuff back.
Yeah.
I don't want to move anymore.
And you know what? And I said, you know, listen, usually
Soap operas.
I'm super helpful, but I don't think I can get a hold of the captain or the shipment. I will try. And you believe it or not, I actually managed to get the container back.
Transshipment port.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually managed to get the container back, but it was, I don't know, the man spent a fortune, like,
Just
back and forth, and he ended up in the same place. And he said, no, I'm not getting any more girlfriends, Fábio, and I'm not going to call you to tell you about my new girlfriend. And I said, that's,
Okay.
I was quite relieved. Not to...
Yeah, but then when people split up, they always complicated, and sometimes we end up being like matrimony counselors. Many times I find myself in that position. I have to tell at some point, look, I would like to help you both, but this is not my scope of service. You have to.
This is my scope.
You have to sort this out before you decide what you want to do. But that happens quite often.
Frequently.
Yeah, frequently.
Yeah, I can get that.
I'm sorry, sir. This is out of my scope.
That's a wonderful answer.
Yeah.
I have to use it one time.
We had guys calling, crying, doing all type
There are
of.
a lot of depressed people.
When you're doing a move, especially international move, it's a very stressful time.
Yeah.
So if you're facing issues already,
And
in
it's
a
difficult.
relationship, it might be very
Trigger.
difficult.
Yeah.
It might be very difficult.
Then you speak with the gentleman with the gentle
No,
voice.
because
With a gentle voice, and it says, "Sir, this is out of my scope."
I mean, at some point you get affected of these kind of stories because
You have to.
you are a human being,
empathy.
so you think about that. You don't want to take sides.
Let me
You
take
don't.
that. Let me
You
take
don't
that
want
hook.
to be part of that situation. Is already a mess. We don't want to be part of a triangle of
Yeah.
mess. But it's
It's
difficult.
complicated, It's complicated.
Let me take that hook and ask you guys both. Has any time happened in time that a move kept you awake? Certain move have kept you awake.
Well, in the beginning, I took things very personally, not do my job, but put myself in the shoes of our clients. And
Much. I think that's a common mistake we all do initially.
happens. Uh,
in the first years, yes, because I was worried about this kind of situation. I mean, mother died in the middle of the move, or they end up splitting up, and it's difficult for you to just forget about that and just send an email. Great, but this document is missing. You see, it's not something that how you do that.
Yeah.
So
You
you need to have some luggage with yourself, some emotional luggage to be able to proceed. I believe this is one of the issues in this industry, how and why there is so many people that doesn't stay for more than 1-2 years, because we are moving people lives. We are moving histories. And
You're moving everything.
and that's
moving hopes, dreams, family history.
expectations. I mean, we had a lady that moved from US.
In the end, the stuff is what matters the least.
Yeah, I had a lady that moved from US to Portugal, or she was planning to move actually. She bought her house online.
Oh yeah, one of those.
There's
The
always a
view
good
was
choice.
beautiful, the view was fantastic, but was in the middle of rugged neighborhood. So when she entered Portugal, she was visiting her house, and when she started going to the house, I believe she just opened, and in the same spot she called me. I don't want to be here. I will take me back. I will not even
And some people are
spend
very like that, you know.
a day. She moved in the same day, And before container arrived in Portugal, I already had
Do you remember what it
reward.
was?
I do. I just don't want to. But it was in the of course, was not in the center of Lisbon, but was in a hill when you are a view of Lisbon, a view of the river and the bridge.
Chevregas.
It's not Chevregas. That will be
Upwards.
But
yeah.
No, it should
No,
be
no.
Graça, probably.
No, not in Lisbon. It was in Lourdes, in the middle of
No.
yeah, Unhos.
So that kept you awake. What kept?
Yeah, I mean, it's not kept you awake, but this history that you think, come on, man, that lady. For us, I said, she's the one to blame. Who buys a house online? And
I had a similar story to that one. The lady came from another continent, bought everything online, the farm, the car. The car had to be specially made in another European country because there.
oh, that lady, yeah.
Yeah, did you were you
Yeah.
part of that process too, or
By the end,
by the end of the process?
it was a Peugeot.
It was a Peugeot 5000 and something.
Yeah.
2008, I guess. She couldn't adjust to live in Portugal, so after 1 or 2 months.
Yeah, but it's a tragic and mental issue case.
It's a sad situation.
Be healthy, guys.
Yeah.
It's a sad situation.
Especially.
But in the end, I believe everything went well. So hope the client's happy now.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you ask me, one of the things that kept me awake, and it's not a super,
But nobody's asking you.
but I'll ask myself.
Okay.
One of the things that kept me awake was once we had to move, of a very important and special person, we had to move a Lambo. And this was a special edition made
Did you get to
Lambo.
drive it?
I didn't get to drive. I didn't want to drive it. And the car was like 3.5 million euros worth of car. Yeah, that kept me awake at night
Yeah.
because I was
Makes
worried.
sense.
I was worried that and kind of it's a really
Makes sense.
not only because of the car, because of the value of the car, but also because of the value of the person. It was a very, very important man. But in the end, it was really well. He was super happy, and actually, we have a piece of history of him actually laying behind me. So it was fun. So after all these years working in the moving industry, what was a special moment that stayed with the both of you? A special moment can be a funny moment, difficult moment. What moment have stayed with you?
Well, again, bringing back from the beginnings, I had a couple that moved around a lot before moving to Portugal. And it was a stressful situation because, as everyone knows, Portugal is not the easiest place to have your things shipped because of all the bureaucratics.
Thank you, Customs, for making our life so easy. If you look at this podcast, maybe you can learn something.
And it was stressful because it was back and forth, dealing expectations. I myself was rooting for them and pushing our custom broker to.
Was an elderly couple?
It was it's not a tragic story, but I mean they are living in separate countries. They have. I knew all these stories because they told me, and they decided it was too much. They want to move for a place and be together and have their family work in the same spot. And I was rooting for fighting with custom, fighting even with our broker, because I remember our broker say, "Why you do these type of things? The cost of making
Going the extra mile.
a normal service and these kind of things, the price is the same, and you lose more time, you lose your energy." But again, it's difficult for you to not do that. Okay, and to a point in this kind of situation that the relationship with the client and myself was broke, and I was in my first year. By the end, I just called them and said, "Look, I don't want to make your life harder. I'm not here to make
Make it more difficult than actually
make more difficult, but this is the reality. some of the things you want are not possible. But let's go through this path to a point that there is some nervous, some cries. And by the end, they invite me. They for the first time and only for now, they give me not money but personal stash they had from back the country, and I believe this will be the story that I will remember the most. Not the funniest one or
This is a nice one. It's a rewarding one.
Yeah.
You know, it's a good example of what you think. You know, when you do this job, and you know, in any job, I think if you want to do a job well, you need to do it like with the heart.
Yeah.
And with the heart, I mean like do it and do the best you can, even with the most difficulties. And that's exactly what you showcase. You know, you could have done what you were being paid to do. You could have done, you know, the very minimum, but you gone the extra mile, not because it was
Say
thanks
it's
for
not
you.
possible and move on.
Yeah, it's good. How about you? Well,
I would say the first time I'll go on a different path than Antonio's answer. I would say it was the day I went to a conference by myself.
Which one?
Young Movers in Talent, 2020 something.
Shout out the young movers.
Shout out to Fedemac and Young Movers, yeah, definitely.
Okay.
It was, I believe it was the day that I finally understood the magnitude of what we do. When you're behind the desk and you can,
It doesn't show.
it doesn't show. You have to go there by yourself and understand the real dimension of our industry. And it was a relatively small conference, but
It opens the door to your mind
Yeah.
completely.
completely, yeah. I believe it was the first time I really understood what it means to work in this industry.
Do you think people at home actually understand that? You know, when people think about a mover, do you think they know that?
I would say it would depend on the mover and the kind of work he's experienced through his career.
You know, because every time they ask me, "No, what do you do for a living?" You know, I work in the moving company. Also, you must have pain in your body because you've been carrying boxes all day. You know, and then I try to explain, you know, very briefly what we do. But people have, you know, the first thought is just these guys, they move boxes.
Yeah, I haven't picked up a box since the last time I've moved home.
It shows.
Which is
It shows a bit.
Shows a bit, yeah.
50 years ago. You know, but yeah, I think, you know, going to a conference, it actually gives you that dimension of what you do and the importance of doing things well. And for those who are home and actually, you know, have fun with our podcast, you know, we talk about a little bit about everything, you know, from the moving industry, which is our work and what we do in our daily lives and a little bit of you know, of everything, you know. It's actually to let people know that the moving industry is not boring at all. You know, it's a very vivid world. We'd have you know, I don't know how many episodes we could write during
Well,
the day.
these histories we just have to start the first one because this.
Oh yeah, they keep rolling one after the other.
I'm
You have
here
to
just
the
remember.
first one,
Yeah,
and then they all come.
I could
You know, if I could
share so much more.
if I could memorize a moment, I'll make note of a funny one. You know, and you were there. I'll make a moment of the funny one. You know, I had another moment prepared, but I think we've gone a little bit.
Offside.
No, not offside, but I think it's
more
funny.
more
you know,
artful, more.
more funny one. You know, we moved a really like a country idol. You know, picture a country idol. You know,
I think I know that story.
picture you guys at home. Picture a country idol. You know,
It's not that one.
not that one yet. They will come. But it's close, huh? It's close.
It was more important than that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and we were like, we delivered his shipment, and after that was done, we called him and I said, listen, can we visit just to take a few pictures with you? And I had kept a piece of newspaper that I've had for many years. I've kept it. And I told Antonio, listen, I'm going to take this and I'm going to ask him to sign this. We go there. He was super friendly with us. We asked him to sign. He did, blah, blah, blah. And then it was there, me, Antonio, and Luis. And he said, no, now that you guys are here, maybe I can ask you a favor. And we immediately said yes. We don't know what the favor was, but we said yes immediately. We should have thought better. Because when we knew what the favor was, he said, can you guys move my fridge just from one room to the other?
Well,
We thought we double thought, but we already said yes, and we don't want to say no after the guy's been so nice to us.
the room is not the next room.
Yeah, we will definitely consider next time when people ask us for a favor. When we get to see the fridge, it was like a 4x4, the size of a car fridge. So you can imagine how it ended up. We picked up the fridge. We obviously were not strong enough to hold the fridge. He was white. I just wanted to like this, you know, when you want to have a Mr. Burns button so that the floor can open up your
Yeah.
foot slowly.
Imagine.
Louise was bleeding, and and it was like,
and the country idol looking to us.
and the country
in the
idol was
back.
like looking at us, and it was like,
Yeah,
what is
we
happening
destroying his
with
property.
these guys? And you're laughing now, and
course
but
I am.
at the time I wanted like
I still remember the sound.
you see,
Yeah.
you know, and it's very difficult for me to get shy and nervous, and I got like red line shy and red line nervous, and I was like, oh my god, this is happening, and I look at him so seriously. I was like, just
Oh,
try
it's-
to do this
it's like-
again, and the sounds were keeping, And
We'll do
Louise
that.
was
We will move
bleeding.
it.
And I said, we need to get this done because then we need to go with Louis to the doctor. We have to get checked up to get stitches. So we ended up, we moved the fridge to its
Covered in blood.
final destination. We take a picture with the guy. He was super friendly, and I walked out, and my head was like between my
that's
my
so
legs.
You left the best part when we pick up the fridge, and we just
God,
Slips.
sleep, hit the ground, and you just hear a non-stop noise like blam 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 blam.
It was the shelves.
All the shelves.
one by one. They had like 50 shelves.
We didn't took because we are just too shy, too nervous in front of him. I was already sweating because I was trying to disconnect in something that I don't know. That's like a spaceship, like disconnecting that. And then I opened the door of the fridge to see if there is some damage, and a package of butter just
Flying.
crossed
like a
the
drone.
room. So when you think that this can be worse, after that, open it.
Yeah. So you can imagine how we felt, eventually, because we.
But the sleep.
Yeah.
No,
What do you think there that he kept in the fridge?
and it was an empty room, Picture a room bigger than this one, and the butter was like over there, and he was pale white. The other one was
Just big
bleeding,
ended.
and I was like,
I want to buy it.
yeah. I just wanted, to disappear. When you want to disappear. And yeah, but you have to put on that serious face and say, well, sorry, we're just going to get this done. And he was very nice because he obviously understood at the end. It was not a simple favor, which obviously if we knew by then, we wouldn't.
Yeah.
Of course.
We should say like
We would
yes.
say, no, we're going to send a team and we're going to move this because,
But
we thought it was a small fridge with wheels.
Fridge.
And
It was
imagine-
like a safe size and,
and
weight fridge.
we had to get out of his house.
It was long carry, stair carry,
Stair carry from a
Superman
very
carry.
stairs that they don't even have rails or anything, just like concrete stairs, and then go back from the back of the house. And yeah, it was. Well, we will remember for sure this one,
Oh, yeah.
and he does also remember that
for
one.
sure.
So yeah,
Listen, those idiots, I was nice to them and they almost broke my fridge.
he will not forget us.
That was such a nice.
I don't know if it was a fridge or was a safe. Still to this day. I don't
There
know.
are some pretty expensive butter there. So,
Must be some special one.
wow.
So next time we definitely have to be
Yeah.
more intelligent. It was a learning curve.
Next.
We are humans also.
Can I see the
yeah.
refrigerator first, sir?
Yeah. No, next time we assess and then we send the team
Yeah.
because obviously
It was
our team is
clearly a case
Wonderful.
of
No, you just
you
wanted,
get.
just wanted to help the hero.
no, yeah,
that's it. That was
that
that.
was exactly it. It was so nice to us. You know, it was such a nice and genuine conversation because you can see when people are genuine.
Yeah.
And it was really.
It was happy for us bringing this.
cried when I gave him
Yeah.
the newspaper piece. You know, he was crying, emotional. You know, you kept this. He said, "Yeah, I did." Can you send me a copy? You know, I don't remember what he
Yeah,
said.
it was a genuine exchange,
yeah.
of words and appreciation. So, I mean, end up just he even tried to help. You know, you want help? Oh, come on!
No, we will destroy your fridge by ourselves.
Just destroy the fridge.
By ourselves.
But he tried. It was this kind of guy. I mean,
It was nice.
I,
But
know,
it,
I insist. I will help you a little bit. Oh, come on, no.
yeah, but it was fun. You know, I don't regret it. I regret
No.
you know how it ended. But I think in the end he was very, you know, very happy with the services we
Yeah.
provided him. And you know, it was for us. It was a learning curve as well. So let me ask Hugo a question. Is there a tip you can give our audience and our co-workers and our partners that could help save a lot of headaches when you're handling a job to someone? You know, like
Always give all the information you have on you.
Yeah,
I would say this would be transversal to all
it's like a lawyer.
people.
Tell everything.
You mentioned either clients, agents, partners.
having managing the expectation to something.
Yeah.
It is
Don't hide your code.
All information you can. Yeah. Don't hide your code in the.
yeah, that's a good tip.
Offer all information available, all information that
Yeah,
you can
that's important.
Will be very important, and will save a lot of hassle. It will save a lot of expenses in some cases. So yeah,
Yeah.
information is key, I would say.
And in the end, if it's something that is not possible, you better know that and understand this.
Yeah.
That's a good
I
question.
think an informed customer is a prepared customer. If it's prepared, it's
Yeah.
going to be able to face,
Yeah.
even if there is difficulties, going to be able to face them.
Because there is solutions, and you don't try to go the easiest way, because most of the time the easiest way is expensive.
You know,
So-
we've said that.
Shit becomes
Yeah.
becomes expensive.
You know, we've talked about this in the last episode. You know, shortcuts only take you short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Just one tip that I want to leave for the clients. Cheap. When you see a cheap coat, you will get what you pay for. And that's it.
that's your words, not mine.
Yeah, but it's true, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean,
Don't get me started.
the old saying.
Lots of private clients will compare 2-3 coats and say, okay, this is the less expensive one. This is one I'll get.
I mean, if it's not
in the end, you'll end up
if
getting
not
the service you pay for.
if you're not dirty ship, I mean, you have 4 codes. One of them is like not realistic. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
You have to know better. Yeah.
So what's one
In
mistake you...
Portuguese, we have a saying: quando esmola é muita,
Pobre desconfia. Pobre ou santo?
So pobre said,
So
which translates roughly to
When the it's not the tip.
when the tip is too big, you should be suspicious of the hand who's giving it to you. Yeah, if you
not
can.
the tip.
No, when you
When the donation is too big,
Yeah, tip donations. Same
the
thing.
poor guy must
the poor and the saint will
will be
must be
suspicious. Must be
suspicious.
careful. Yeah.
must be
Yeah.
suspicious. Yeah.
So what's a mistake you see people do every day that you think they shouldn't?
Well, mistake. I mean,
In like in our line of work.
there is a couple of them. When most of the time when you have a lawyer that says, that's not the way it works out. I mean, there are 2 different fields. I will not say that what your lawyer is advising you in a crime is not the correct way, because it's not my field.
Yeah.
So if we inform you that something is needed and the lawyer says otherwise, it will not end well. And this is not the
Beware of your lawyers, people.
it's
Please.
also old saying. No, but
No, I think it's very, you're making a good point. I think it's
Yeah.
very important for us to question and to actually
of course,
listen. Lawyers
course.
have their knowledge,
Understand.
but on each field, there's a specific person. I don't give.
Immigration lawyer doesn't have to know the customs authority.
and also we not Invictus or the moving company that are demanding anything. If it was possible to do that without one piece of paper, we'll be the first one to do that. Come on. So, but I have other practical ones. In this time when the global politics or even the environment is always changing, you need to be prepared for some delays. So don't move and put everything inside of your container. Save some clothes.
Yeah.
Because it's not something that occurs always, but
In periods of turmoil,
you can expect some delays. So have your expectations well measured and be prepared.
I think that's it's a door-to-door job. Not only our job, but also part of the when we receive shipments, it's very important that the ones that are giving us the bookings actually understand that, pass that information on to the customer. It's very specific that sometimes you have a certain booking agent and all those customers coming from that booking agent have the same critical behavior. And it's easy to understand that perhaps it's not that booking agent is not passing all the entire information that they should. As I always say, it's not easy to get a customer, but it's very easy to lose one.
Yeah.
But
And your reputation.
but I would rather not do a
Again, we
move
come back to my information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one different question I have for you guys, and I'll ask this individually. What was the hardest change you had to make as a man to reach and to become part of this house? Part of Invictus.
Well, for me, it was pretty easy. I just had to leave a
Already know.
20-year career in IT to come to this house, but I did. Yeah. And for you?
Well, it's
That's celebrating lunch. That's celebrating lunch.
I mean, when I accept this offer, I already knew that this was different. Will be more demanding in terms of yourself. So I already knew that I will have to grow, and that was I looking for, because I could just stay and do things more calmly and easy. But I want to grow. I mean, that's the thing that I changed, but I was already looking for that.
It's good. To have ambitions is very important. If you're doing something with your life and you're not ambitious and you don't wanna, keep evolving, then you're doing something wrong. Well, that's what I think. But you escaped the question.
I dodged the question. I didn't escape it.
But please elaborate. Our audience wants to know.
It's true. What I said is true.
You worked 20 years in the IT industry.
Yeah.
What made you change?
I was fed up with it.
Elaborate, come on.
I was fed up with it. No, I needed a change, and the opportunity came to work for Invictus on a daily basis. I think it's pretty obvious that you probably already noticed that Fábio and I have been friends for a lot of years. So he gave me a challenge and I accepted it. And that's as far as I'm going to elaborate.
He doesn't want to go into feelings, which is kind of your trick.
Yeah, but I'm good at deflecting questions, aren't I?
So I think we've pretty much covered the point. Let us take our producer João
John, thank you very much for making us repeat 20 minutes of the first part.
It was 10, come on. It was good because I think the second part was better. You know, it's part of,
It's always good.
you know,
Yeah.
It's like pizza. And
Pizza, yeah,
Even
pizza,
nice.
pizza.
even when it's not good, it's still good.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you choose that because there is
That's another option.
there's another. So,
So
I'm
do
glad.
you guys want to close with a quote for the audience?
Yeah, I already said mine, but don't hide your code. It's always good to remember.
Touch your quad, yeah.
Yeah.
I would say we will sign off with this one. Don't hide your quad on the containers.
Yeah, don't hide
What-
food in the container.
What else?
Very-
Bring your code out.
It becomes a biohazard risk after it works.
And we would be responsible for it. So,
Yeah.
you know.
It's fun though.
Yeah, but I think we can wrap up. You know, no matter how many challenges people throw at us, I think we've come
part of
very
the job.
good. You know.
Improve, adapt, overcome.
It's part
Yeah,
of the job.
well, I think we've come very far in that field of area, and I think we should be proud of what we're doing, and you know, yeah.
We are proud of what we do. I think.
Yeah.
You are? Are you sure?
Well, there is time. No,
You
I'm
got a
always
sponsor
proud of
from
it.
you got a sponsor from
Yeah.
from
Got
Timberland.
a Timberland.
You see, there's a guy with almost a suit, but it's my shirt that he's bringing for the table.
Timberland shirt.
Timberland
Yeah, it's
shirt.
nice.
So
It's not
It's a
fit
pretty
you, so
shirt.
don't be.
yeah, just a line color. But
Did they have it for men?
It doesn't fit you. Leave me alone. Maybe
so
be hard.
you wanna finish, and he says the rest.
No, he finishes. He finishes today. Come on.
Well, thank you for hearing us, seeing us. Keep in touch. Say anything if you like. Bring subjects to the table. We'll be glad to
Click.
subscribe button that doesn't exist, but I will do the same
Click
thing.
like, subscribe, and
Next time we should do the air hostess thing, like the someone is saying do the thank you very much. Do this, do that. We should do the
you know, like the guys at the airport. Do this way. No, if like, subscribe, and share this, and have fun. You know, guys. It's
Yeah.
always a pleasure for us to be recording this, and we try
It
to
is.
entertain you guys with a little bit with what we do, and also it's like kind of a therapy for us, and it's
Yeah.
it's nice to have
Bitching is always a therapy.
it's nice to have these two gentlemen to talk to, and yeah,
See you next time.
see you next time.